Friends of our channel and YouTubers, welcome. Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, Video 117, May 16, 2014. Mythy. These photos are of Russian satellites orbiting Saturn, and appears to be a spaceship or something. Can you tell us something about it? These motherships the size of Earth belong to a race of descendants of Arcturians living in Camelopardalis, the same race that is responsible for maintaining here some stationary registers as the Black Knight satellite to the Buddhist Society in a joint venture between their civilizations. These ships are very, very large, and carry large mining equipment and mining. They also capture entire asteroids composed of ordered minerals by mining them in the Oort cloud. Even in your own footage from NASA through Hubble telescoped viewing, sometimes they show these ships in space intentionally or absent-mindedly. You will observe these very large ships Camelopardalis circling the solar system, as they have bases spread throughout the system. In Jupiter and its moons, Saturn maintains a large base of hexagonal mining in North Pole of the planet as well as extraction stations on various moons, bases that are operating to this day. If you have the ability to pay attention to your sun through satellites, we'll see many of these great ships of various breeds recharging their batteries of plasma, converting the energy released by the sun. The plasma energy is used throughout the ship for internal use, lighting, heating, force fields, instrumentation, etc. For navigation, the unipolar magnetic fields are generated by antimatter in most current conceptions of technology to build spaceships, to be a stable source and does not need to recharge during the lifetime of the ship. Therefore, the best place to park large ships will always be close to the sun of the system. Mythy. We have this footage of a Russian rocket carrying a communication satellite that was shot down by a probe type a few days ago. Can you shed some light on it? The rocket was damaged by a Pleiadian probe for one reason. Was not only leading communications satellite. Probes only overthrow the rocket if it were carrying nuclear warheads in the load. That is something was not revealed to you in the story. I have said and I repeat, the Pleiadians will not allow atomic destruction weapons and will destroy all that is being released with them. The probes are hundreds of times faster than any missile you can produce, so there is no escape. There will be no other chance of them even explode atomic missiles in Van Allen belt or surreptitiously send another missile against lunar bases as they did years ago. If you do not know, I will also inform you that they tried to overthrow the Black Knight satellite with 2 missiles that were intercepted before reaching the target. As this failed, the crew of Columbia then tried to install explosives to disrupt the satellite and bring it down in Antarctica as I told you before, and Columbia has been deactivated by the probes in 2003 by way of final warning.
1st of February 2003, Columbia began its descent back to Earth. As the shuttle raced over the Pacific towards the US, the crew put on their suits, preparing themselves for a routine landing. It was now 8:40 a.m., and these are pictures of their last moments alive.
Columbia's a beautiful ship. She's performing magnificently.
At 8:44 a.m., Columbia re-entered the Earth's atmosphere. Still,
Mythy. Some are interesting insinuate that the Large Hadron Collider is an attempt to open a portal. I know you've talked about it before but would have more to give us some detail? Friends, the most expensive material in the world would get antimatter with this type of technology, The problem is you cannot handle the isolation of particles at a quantum level necessary. The ancient portals could be simulated by such archaic technology but serve only for communication and not for the teleportation of matter. The guidelines for the assembly of these generators was assisted by long craniums working with your government. The community Galactica will prevent any attempt to open a portal of any kind leaving the Earth until it is recognized as an effective member of the community. A portal with current technology can appear and disappear without causing any influence to the environment around, totally unnoticed. By way of information, the Arcturians are in a major operation delimitation of areas of the planet. You may start to hear noises and watch brands in soil and coastal boundaries. These boundaries are as geophysical sensors that generate an accurate holographic visualization of tectonic movements at any angle, and thus provide initial points of movement enabling actions that may be taken during the succession of natural events. There are many variables in the natural processes, so this is the best way to get a dynamic map of these manifestations. I know it's hard for some of you wait for change, but time has a subjective importance, depending on how involved is who is going through the timeline of a given physical period. Nothing like a day after another to pass the events on the right time for all of us. Be with the light and peace, my friends.